go through the argument really quickly. We have an intermediate conclusion in the middle, right? It says, therefore, oil reserves are unlikely to remain unchanged from one year to next. And then we have the main conclusion after that because of the word so. Are we okay with this? So the main conclusion is that most of the nations stating that their oil reserves were unchanged are probably incorrect. In other words, they did change. And why does this person think that they changed?
Because the new fields are discovered and they're drained.
Wait, because new fields are discovered?
Or that usually rises and falls as these two things happen.
Okay, so when these two things happen, things change. Mm-hmm. What's the problem with this argument? Doesn't that prove that they did change? Why not? If oil reserves
happening in those countries in order for
what has to be happening?
They have to be drained or reserves need to be found.
Yeah, that's exactly right. These are like if-then statements. It's like, okay, the oil reserves drop as or if oil fields are drained. Are they being drained? We have no idea. Maybe in these countries, nothing's happening. That's why it didn't change. So this argument is making a huge assumption that in these countries, either oil fields are being drained or new fields are being discovered. And that's exactly what answer choice B says. Which ones were we debating here? A. For any nation with oil reserves. Okay, what type of question is this, by the way?
Assumption.
Yeah, which one?
Necessary.
Necessary assumption. So what are we asking ourselves as we read each answer?
What has to be true?
What has to be true? So this conclusion is specifically about the nations that said their oil reserves had not changed, right? It's not about all nations. It's just about the ones that had made these claims. So when answer choice A says, for any nation with oil reserves, it is more likely that blah, 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 we can just almost stop right there and say, does this have to be true for any nation? No, we don't care about the nations that are outside of this discussion. So it's certainly maybe something that's helpful for the argument, but it's not something that's necessary. All right, any other questions on this one? That's it? Okay.